Well, a very warm welcome to this month's edition of our Market Wrap. Simon Pintado is my name from the Buxton Real Estate Group, and I'm really excited to walk you through what's happened over the month of December. Let's take a look. Well, as expected, the month of December really was one that was busy. There was a lot of stock on the market. As we expected, the clearance rates did dip just that little bit though, obviously with a lot more stock on the market, much like last month actually in November. A lot more stock, a lot less competition. However, what we did find was that there were a number of big tickets actually paid for a lot of properties, and we are still achieving a lot more results. The main trend that we did find over the month of December was, instead of having 3 or 4 bidders at each auction, we're maybe having 1 or 2, but we are putting sold stickers on the boards. Clearance rates for the month of December are actually hovered around the 70%, and we have had 3 auction weekends for the year. So that's basically the weekends wrapped up for the month of December. And obviously finishing quite strongly, although there was a little bit of a dip in the clearance rates for the end of the year. Projecting into January next year, there has been talk of interest rates coming down perhaps 0.75%. If that is something that's going to be happening in the new year at some point, whether it's early or middle of the year, I do feel that that's going to ignite the spark back into the marketplace, into this area as well. There's going to be a lot less stock come around February. And obviously we are really looking forward to potentially starting the year off really strongly based on what's happened in the last 3 weeks of December. But now I do want to give you a little bit of a wrap up as to what's happened weekend by weekend. During the weekends in December, there were two auction weekends that we've already had, which was the 6th and the 13th. And today is obviously the 20th of December, but let me talk you through that and what's going on. On the 6th of December, there was actually a record number of auctions for the 6th. It's the most ever recorded in December. There were 1,450 auctions, of which 69% sold. Buxton actually had a 50% clearance rate, selling 7 out of 14. So a little bit below the average. However, as I said, there was a lot more stock on the market in the 3204 and the 3165 postcodes. On the 13th of December, which was last weekend, there were 1,299 auctions, of which the marketplace sold 70% with sold stickers going on the board and 71% clearance rate for Buxton, selling 10 out of the 14. For me personally, it was a massive December. In fact, the first week itself was the busiest that I've ever had, selling 4 properties within that week. And I did mention to you in the last market wrap that I did have a few properties that were going to auction early December. This is how they've gone. I had number 5 Maud Street in Ormond. That was a property that was on 830 square metres. I did tell you that it was going to set a bit of a precedence in terms of price achieved for Ormond, and it did exactly that. It came second in the highest sale price for a home sold in the McKinnon School Zone for the year, selling for $2,041,000 under the hammer. So a result over $2 million. We are the only agency that's actually sold a home in excess of $2 million. In fact, we've been lucky enough to sell 2. The other one was number 82 Hall Street, back towards the start of the year, which sold for $2,120,000, which I had the pleasure of being involved in that sale as well. The next sale that I had was number 19 Tucker Road. In fact, I only had that property open for 3 days, had the first buyer step up at $750,000, reserve was $700,000, and we sold that property in 3 days with one open for inspection. So again, a bit of an indication to you is the strength of the marketplace leading towards the end of the year. And I did have another 2 sales, both of which were off market. I didn't even mention them to you in the last video because they were off market. I sold number 24 Cadby Avenue and number 26 Cadby Avenue, which just runs along the train line, leading up to the new Jimmy Grant's restaurant down there on North Road. They are both in the growth zone, so unfortunately they are apartment sites, but we did sell both of those blocks side by side for 2.96 respectively. That was on the 6th of December as well. So a massive month in terms of real estate moving, a massive volume in terms of actual money being transacted and properties being sold. But all in all, a very successful December weekend, and obviously meaning good things for us leading into the new year. So that's basically it. The selling side of things for December and for 2014 are behind us. And like I said in the last video, a lot of our focus now is for listing for February. So we at Buxton Bentleigh have got quite a few auctions actually lined up on the board. I think we've got about 38 auctions lined up on the board for February, which means that that's going to be a very busy month for us as well. A lot of our open for inspections are going to be starting around the 19th or the 26th of January, which obviously is Australia Day weekend too. But in the meantime, between now and that period of time, you as a buyer, if you're out in the marketplace looking to buy, realestate.com and Domain actually have, and I think I mentioned this in the last video, have their highest ever volume of traffic in the month of January, and people spend statistically more time on each of those websites as well. So for you as a purchaser potentially looking to buy, it's a great time to be on the market. Perhaps you can pick up a property a little bit cheaper because there's less competition, or perhaps you're going to find something that's better value. You as a vendor, January, if you wanted to put your property on the market, I'm not going on holidays, I'm still going to be around. It is a great time for you to be on the market, as obviously you have a lot less competition, a lot less against a lot less homes, you might say. So that's it in terms of selling for the year. We are listing a lot for next year now. We haven't finished for the year. We only really close on the major days, but I will be available if you do need any advice or assistance over the January period as well. Well, that's it from me, guys. A very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I really do hope that you've enjoyed watching these videos. And look, I do a lot of videos for properties. I do a lot of videos for auctions and all of that sort of stuff. And naturally, with doing a lot of videos means that I do stuff up quite a bit. So a little bit of a blooper reel for you. I hope that there's not going to be any swearing or anything like that in there for these. But I hope you enjoy it. Again, have a wonderful Chrissy, have a wonderful New Year's. And I do hope that everybody has an absolutely fantastic 2015. And I do look forward to seeing you again in January. Have a great day. This absolutely beautiful townhouse. Let's do another one.
Do another one?
Yep.
That's right, that's good.
Hello and welcome to number 34A Goodrich Street here in East Bentleigh. So do it again. Show you this wonderful home in the heart of the McKinnon Secondary School zone at number 10 block. Well, you're definitely not going to be...
That's okay.
It's a fly. Will you see it in that or not? Where you walk through and you're going to be surprised at every single turn. Is that fly? That fly's just literally gone right to... Ensuite that looks like you've been filled out for it. I'll do it again.
Tie up. Yeah. Yep.
You can tell that this townhouse has been built for the owners, by the owners. They've been fixtures, the fittings, what am I saying?
Welcome 16A Lawson Street, Bentleigh. Do you do anything else? Do you say follow me in or whatever it is, or do you just...
Yeah, once you say welcome to 16A Lawson Street, Bentleigh, I'll just say let's take...
Thank you for taking the time to have a look at 16A Lawson Street.
Do that one again, because I almost... Oh, do we want to... It doesn't get any better than this. Number 5... An absolutely magnificent...